Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Lakers are looking to make more signings and want to build a great team, and a player with good defense and scoring, like Andrew Wiggins, would be a great option through a big trade with the Miami Heat. The Los Angeles Lakers seem ready to build around Luka Doncic, and one possible trade with the Miami Heat would add the exact type of player they are missing. The Los Angeles Lakers, under the suggestion of Luka Doncic, added DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia to the roster this summer, shoring up their depth behind Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. Interestingly, all three additions are signed to two-year deals, suggesting that the Lakers want as much flexibility as possible in 2027 to throw money at Reeves and other free agents. With a center, shooter, and defensive-minded point guard in place, the Lakers really only need a wing defender to replace Dorian Finney-Smith, and then it would be hard to find a fault with their roster. A possible deal with the Miami Heat solves their problem. Mock trade sends NBA champion to LA Lakers from Miami Heat. As things stand, the Lakers will trot out Doncic, Reeves, James, Ayton, and Rui Hachimura as their starters. Hachimura is by far the worst of those five, and the Lakers could add a more versatile defender and shooting threat in his place. The Miami Heat, meanwhile, seem poised to compete in the Eastern Conference after adding Norman Powell, but with Powell and Harrow eating minutes in the backcourt, the Heat need to add strong defenders to alleviate some responsibility from Bam Adebayo. A deal with the Lakers might give them the depth that they need. Full mock trade details. Lakers receive Andrew Wiggins. Heat receive Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, 2028 first-round pick swap. With Hachimura in the final year of his contract, the Heat gain roughly $18 million in cap space next summer. Neither Hachimura nor Vanderbilt are as talented as Wiggins, although a pick swap should be able to sweeten the pot. Lakers are ready to hit the ground running. With a starting five of Reeves, Doncic, Wiggins, James, and Ayton, the Lakers will have successfully met all of their needs for the immediate future. Depth pieces like Smart, LaRavia, Dalton Knecht, and Jackson Hayes can still play a big role, as well. Critically, Wiggins, like Ayton, Smart, and LaRavia, has only 2 seasons left on his deal. By 2027, the Lakers will easily be able to add a max player next to Doncic, assuming they don't throw a massive offer at Reeves. James only has 1 season left on his contract, and assuming that the Lakers don't sign him again, retaining Reeves next summer should be fairly easy, and Wiggins' salary will be shed the following season, allowing the Lakers to continue to build around their new core. In an effort to build around Doncic long-term without trading James, adding Wiggins is a no-brainer. Rachel Nichols says LA Lakers and LeBron in uncomfortable situation with 2 dream signings under future consideration. The Los Angeles Lakers are working through a period of transition, while also trying to put together a title-winning team. After entering last season worrying how much longer LeBron James could continue, the LA Lakers now have a new future hope. After Luka Doncic was traded to the team earlier in 2025, the Lakers' timeline for success was immediately extended. For 2025-26, LeBron James and Luka Doncic will play a full season together. But from 2026, only one player is locked in. LeBron James' future in doubt. Luka Doncic signed a major contract extension earlier this month, and one of the big talking points was that LeBron James did not attend the presentation. NBA expert Rachel Nichols believes that this was not a case of LeBron James having any kind of problem with Doncic, instead claiming that he is frustrated with the franchise. She said, "I think it has more to do with his frustration with the Lakers. He believes he's played at a level where he deserves an extension. He shouldn't be an expiring contract." Nichols told Sports Illustrated that she believes LeBron James is worthy of a contract extension based on his performances, where he was still one of the NBA's top players in 2024-25. But he is also performing at an unprecedented level for a player of his age, and she notes that fears of a drop-off could be harmful, but the bigger issue is signing LeBron to a big extension could cost them the chance to sign a younger, dream partner for Doncic. LA Lakers keeping books open for Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic. Two top stars could hit the market in 2027, Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And like the rest of the league, the LA Lakers do not want to rule themselves out, in case they become available. A franchise like the Lakers will always be in the mix, and with Luka Doncic's future now locked in, they are a very tempting destination. Nichols explains, two things can be true. He has played at that level. However, also he would be 42 years old if the Lakers signed him to an extension. They don't know what kind of shape, and I don't mean physical shape, I mean basketball shape he's going to be in at that point. And the truth is, as we just discussed, if one of these other big players comes available, and by the way, someone always does, we didn't expect Luka Doncic to be available, they don't want to be tied up with 42-year-old LeBron when they could get, say, a Giannis or Jokic or someone else. LeBron probably does deserve an extension, and it's true that the Lakers kind of can't afford to give him one if they want to keep their cap open enough to sign a younger co-star for Luka going forward into the next 5 years, and it's created a really uncomfortable situation. Lakers fulfill Luka's 3 wishes, now he's all in. Luka Doncic made 3 wishes to Los Angeles Lakers president Rob Pelinka, like Aladdin did to the genie in the bottle. Doncic specifically asked Lakers president Rob Pelinka to add a pick-and-pop guy, a defensive stopper, a rim protector, according to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, during their much-publicized dinner meeting after their first-round exit. Pelinka and Redick used the dinner to examine future cap space, the picks they owned, the picks they didn't own, and to discuss how to tackle their future together. Doncic was encouraged to share the archetypal players he felt the roster could use, a pick-and-pop guy, a defensive stopper, a rim protector, so the Lakers could identify realistic players to fit that mold. Play. Pelinka granted Doncic's wishes with his savvy offseason moves. He signed Jake LaRavia, a pick-and-pop wing, who shot 42.3% from the three-point range last season, to a 2-year, $12 million guaranteed deal. The Lakers also hit big in the buyout market. They landed Marcus Smart, the defensive stopper who won the 2022 NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and former number 1 pick DeAndre Ayton, the rim protector who started for the Phoenix Suns in their NBA Finals run in 2021. As a bonus, Pelinka netted the 3 significant additions without costing them a pick. Luka, we have what we need. In return, Doncic signed a 3-year, $165 million extension with the Lakers on the first day he was eligible to sign it. The new face of the Lakers franchise expressed his satisfaction over Pelinka's moves this offseason. I think we have a great team, we have what we need to compete for the championship, Doncic told reporters during his August 2 press conference. I'll try to win every game no matter what, and we've got some new great guys on the team, so you know we're going to go for it. Doncic played a key role in recruiting both Ayton and Smart. Ayton shares the same agent as Doncic under Bill Duffy, the WME Sports head of its basketball operations. Doncic personally called Smart to extend his invitation to join him at the Lakers. Smart said Doncic personally recruiting him meant a lot to him, which is one of the reasons why he chose the Lakers after he reached a buyout with the rebuilding Washington Wizards. When you get a guy like Luka calling, referencing, checking on you, trying to see where you at to see if you want to come and join something special that he's trying to cook up over here, Smart told reporters during his introductory press conference. And for him to say that he can really use my help, that meant a lot. Learning defensive tricks from Lakers' new stopper. Aside from his new diet that transformed his body, Doncic says Smart's addition will also help him become a better defender. I think I will play defense way better, Doncic told reporters. You got Marcus, so he's going to teach me some things. But that's going to help a lot. Doncic said he recruited them for his singular focus on a championship pursuit next season. To build a team to win the championship, said Doncic on why he helped the Lakers recruit Smart and Ayton. I think we had 2 great guys. I played against them before, never with them. So now I'm happy they are on my team. Lakers waiting for Jokic to realize what the rest of the NBA already knows. The Lakers have big plans to retool their roster, possibly even including Nikola Jokic. The Los Angeles Lakers have managed to upgrade their current roster without sacrificing flexibility to make big moves next summer. While many Lakers fans are looking forward to the summer of 2026, when the Lakers could have up to $96 million in cap space, they should also be keeping an eye on the summer of 2028. That's when superstar Nikola Jokic may hit unrestricted free agency, assuming he doesn't sign an extension next summer. That would be a dream opportunity for the Lakers, especially with Luka Doncic having close ties to Jokic. Not to mention that Jokic has repeatedly beaten the Lakers. By potentially signing him, they'd be removing that obstacle, giving them an easier path to the Western Conference Finals. That could potentially be a huge selling point for the Lakers, with the Nuggets having limited ways to build around Jokic going forward. They even mortgaged their future by trading 2032 first to improve their roster in the short term. The Nuggets might be as good as the Lakers, if not better, next season, but Los Angeles has a brighter future. The Lakers certainly hope that Jokic agrees and is able to be convinced to leave the Nuggets in 2028. How realistic is Nikola Jokic signing with the Lakers? Pairing Doncic and Jokic together would make for an all-time great offensive tandem that could score at will against any team in the playoffs. Although it would need the right pieces around them, they could attract plenty of veteran ring chasers. At the moment, Lakers fans can maintain some level of optimism that Jokic will actually leave Denver. After all, he intentionally didn't sign a contract extension this summer. Be that as it may, that was likely done to set up him signing a much larger contract next summer. If he doesn't, however, then all bets are off. Given recent trends, stars tend to avoid free agency in favor of taking extensions. That may work against the Lakers, who happen to have significant cap space next summer. Even so, having plenty of cap space does come with the ability to trade for a star. Jokic is currently a pipe dream, while Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo is a little less so. The odds of him wanting out of Milwaukee seem far higher than Jokic wanting out of Denver. Jokic is a long-shot free agency target for the Lakers. He'd make for a much more realistic trade target if and when he becomes available. Still, until Jokic actually signs an extension to stay with the Nuggets, best believe that teams will be keeping an eye on that situation. The Lakers do run the risk of resetting their roster after next season and ending up with a worse team than the one they currently have. Star LeBron James is likely to either retire or play for another team the season after next. That will put pressure on Los Angeles to replace him with a comparable star to help Doncic or risk them taking a step back. All told, the Lakers have big plans to rebuild their roster around Doncic starting after next season. If Jokic doesn't sign an extension next summer, then he could be a long-shot free agency target given his relationship to Doncic. Luka Doncic can get full no-trade clause in next Lakers contract. The biggest question of the offseason for the Los Angeles Lakers has been answered. Luka Doncic signed an extension with the franchise on the day he was eligible, tying him to the team for at least the next 3 seasons. He can become an unrestricted free agent again in the summer of 2028 by declining a player option for the 2028-29 season. His extension was a 3-year deal with a player option on the 3rd year, which was widely always believed to be his likeliest extension path. There are 2 major reasons for this. One, which has been oft discussed, is that he can become a free agent again after 10 years of NBA service time, unlocking the highest tier of max contract that would allow him to recoup some supermax money he lost when the Dallas Mavericks traded him to LA. The second reason is one that, as NBA insider Mark Stein breaks down below, Doncic has the potential to unlock a full no-trade clause. The 3-year contract extension Doncic chose to ink, as explained here yesterday, includes a player option for 2028-29 that enables him to become a free agent in the summer of 2028 and then sign a 5-year deal worth in excess of $400 million. That second Lakers deal would more than offset the 5-year supermax in the $340 million range that he was initially expected to sign with the Mavericks this summer. Yet there is another bonus that comes with the contract structure Doncic chose. Doncic will be eligible to have a full no-trade clause added to his next deal as long as he goes to unrestricted free agency and signs an all-new contract. NBA players can only become eligible for a full no-trade clause with 8 years of service time and 4 with the same team. No-trade clauses, however, can only be added to a new contract. League rules preclude them from being added to extensions. Doncic will have technically spent only 3.5 seasons as a Laker by the time he can decline his 2028-29 player option and become a free agent, but league sources tell the Stein line that he'll indeed be deemed a 4-year Laker at that point because he will have finished 4 consecutive seasons in purple and gold at that stage. By ending 4 seasons as a member of the Lakers and signing a new deal as an unrestricted free agent, Doncic can ask for a no-trade clause. And the Lakers would almost certainly give it, similar to how they gave one to LeBron James after his 4th season with LA. This is a franchise who takes care of its stars and will give Luka anything he asks for when the time comes to lock in a new deal. Of course, that may mean some scary moments if Doncic ultimately decides to become an unrestricted free agent. But if the last 6 months are any indication, his commitment to LA seems strong. Pau Gasol congratulates Luka Doncic on extension. Luka Doncic had been expected to sign his extension with the Lakers for weeks and made it a reality after he returned to Los Angeles as part of his Jordan Brand tour. The timing of the tour was perfect as it allowed Doncic to be present for the first day the Lakers could officially offer his extension. There is no shortage of ramifications Doncic's extension has, though the main thing is the team now has a clear direction and path forward toward contention. At his peak, Doncic has a case to be the best basketball player in the world, and after getting in shape this summer he's poised to make another leap. Members of the Lakers family like Pau Gasol are thrilled to have Doncic in LA, and the franchise legend offered his congratulations to the star. Luka Doncic's determined message to doubters revealed by manager claims he's already proven a point. Luka Doncic's attitude towards his doubters was revealed by his manager ahead of his first full LA Lakers season. Doncic is coming off the worst season of his career. The Dallas Mavericks traded him, and he struggled with injuries and performances. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves bounced the Lakers out of the first round of the playoffs. He was labeled as out of shape throughout last season, which was a significant factor in why the Mavericks moved on from the Slovenian. Doncic's body transformation has caught the attention of the league this offseason, however. And he has a message for his doubters. Luka Doncic's message to his doubters revealed by his manager. Doncic was among the NBA's very elite 2 seasons ago. He led the Mavericks to the NBA Finals, and while he wasn't at his brilliant best at the very end of the year, his performances throughout the playoffs made him the best player of the postseason. He averaged 32, 9, and 8 in the Western Conference Finals, and hit an iconic game winner over Rudy Gobert. This angle of Luka hitting the game winner on Gobert is so tough. Doncic was considered a tier below those in contention for the title of best player in the NBA after a down year with the Lakers. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander were considered a tier above him by many. Only after his body transformation was he reintroduced to that conversation, and his manager revealed how he feels about his doubters. Lara Beth Seeger told Dan Woik of The Athletic, "He wants to win, and he knows it starts with him. And I think that's what he proved this offseason. Okay, everyone wants to say or people think that they know me or I'm not a leader or I'm this way, or I'm that way, I don't care. They can think and say whatever they want. I'm gonna show them who I am." Luka Doncic has moved on from the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic signed a 3-year $165 million extension with the Lakers to keep him in LA for the foreseeable future. He is now the face of perhaps the NBA's most iconic franchise, and looks only to the future. Seeger said that Doncic has transitioned past his Mavericks era, and is focused on following in the footsteps of Laker greats to win a championship. He said, "He's moved on. I think it was always known that, when Luka was traded here, he's here now. He wants to win where he is, and it's important that he wins and that we're working together with the team so we're not waiting. His mindset has never been to hop around. His mindset is to win championships. His mindset is to build where he is and to work together. And as long as he's signed with a team, it's a marriage and you treat it like a marriage. And marriages have hard times and good times, but you're loyal and you're faithful to each other through it all. And that's just who Luka is. I don't think he ever thought, "I'm not signing my extension." It's been a turbulent offseason for the Lakers, but they ultimately achieved everything they set out to at the start of the summer. They signed a center in DeAndre Ayton. They re-signed Doncic. And they kept their star duo of Doncic and James, despite rumors of James wanting out of LA. They said their main focus is the offseason of 2027 for signing free agents. But the Lakers have one of the best duos in basketball and are one of the leading contenders for the title this season. What time is better than now to prove the doubters wrong?